Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. What is up, my freaks and peeps? It is us. We are here. We are here. We are actually here. I'm late. When am I on time? I want to cry. Good morning. I'm too high energy. It's great. I mean, good to see you. Good to see you. Hello, Mimi, as well. I saw you in chat earlier. Hello, 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 hello. And good morning, good morning, good morning to everyone else who is joining us, or good evening, whatever time it is for you. I'm in the UK, so it's the morning time for me still, but not for much longer. Please excuse how high energy I am. I've just had coffee and like a pint of water. I've had a pint of water and then I had a pint of coffee, so I'm feeling pretty good. What I'm not feeling so good about, and something you might notice, is I sound very congested. Don't ask. I don't know why. I feel fine otherwise, like, my liver's a bit sore, but I think, or my kidneys, I don't know. I think that's just because of how much water I drank yesterday, because your girl thought she had an infection again. Not sure if it was an infection. Nothing helped. No painkillers or anything did anything. So I was just in agony yesterday. So it's great. It's fucking great. You're just gonna have to live through it. You know. Doctors don't want to talk to me. Doctors hate it when they see my name come up. Whatever. I don't care. I want to cry about it, but it's fine because I'm feeling fine today. But excuse how congested I sound. I don't know what it is. It feels like hay fever more than anything. I don't know. I haven't had the window open, but I had it open yesterday, and to be honest, every time I step out the side, it's literally like my face grows 2 fucking sizes in how like puffed up I get. Don't ask. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm really congested. To be honest, everyone in my house has been really sick the last few days, so, and my friend Paul has also been sick around the same time, so I've probably either got what they've got, or I'm getting what they've got, but I didn't get it. However, I would like to apologize. Also, coffee, water is good. Yes, I've been very good about water, but I did drink excessively yesterday, and I probably didn't need to. So, I've got a few updates. I'm just gonna go straight into them. I'm not really gonna beat around the bush with them because I usually do beat around the bush with these sort of things till like more people are here, but realistically I'll probably bring it up again. So, few updates. Basically, we'll just run back to like Thursday, because as many of you saw, I did miss a stream on Thursday. People were messaging me. I'm fine. I wasn't ill. Or at least I wasn't then. But like I said, everyone else in my household got sick around the same time, which meant they were all home, which meant that they were making a lot of noise because, it's not like I either have to stream or sleep at that time of the day, fuck me, right? Whatever. So I cancelled stream because there were just too many people in my house, and I get really self-conscious about the stuff like that. Like, usually if it's like a long stretch of things, I usually don't bother, but it was just because it was a one-off. But also another reason, my dude, stop being sick. I know, please. Envy. The other thing, I didn't get sick. I would like to state that this is the first day I'm actually feeling like crummy in terms of illness. Yesterday I felt crummy because I was in pain. That's not got anything to do with me being ill. It might actually be my cycle causing this. I don't know. I don't get them. It's so confusing. I hate existing sometimes. That's not me trying to be depressive. It's just like, man, I like spend 90% of my time either sick or in pain. It's great. Anyway, so the other reason I cancelled Thursday, along with the fact that everyone was home and coughing and sneezing and just making a hell of a lot of noise, which was wonderful to sleep through, I was also exhausted. The last few weeks, I don't know if people have noticed, the last few weeks I've been absolutely knackered getting home from work. I've been moved from my usual position, and I've been moved to a job that is a 2-person job. And guess what? We're understaffed. So guess who has to do all of it? Which means that, as you guys know, I work in warehousing. That's about all you know about it. But you do know that I lift quite heavy objects for like a long time, because I'm lifting like good few, like 10 to 60 kilos a day. No, I'm not as jacked as I sound. I'm actually very small. which means that when I'm doing what should be a 2-person job on my own, it's not fun. What's worse is the person that is supposed to be helping me has got an injury, which means that I'm having to do all the even heavier lifting. Some of the lifting isn't so heavy, and then some of it's really heavy, so I'm literally having to do all the really heavy stuff, and it's fucking great. Not really sure how this week's gonna go with it, but to be honest, I'll keep you posted. I'm gonna maybe see about moving. If this kind of happens again where I get home and I'm just too tired to stream, I will try and stream later in the evening. I think that's just gonna have to be how it goes from now on in, even if it's just temporary while I'm doing this this part of my job. It's just not great. Oh geez, Jasper is strong. No, Jasper is not strong. I'm not strong. I'm not strong. I'm weakling. But that's why I'm so tired at the minute. I'm fine now because it's been the weekend, but realistically, like Thursdays, every day last week I came home and I crawled into bed and I slept like a baby. So it was not the best time, to be honest. Realistically, it's just not I'm not keeping up with it, which kind of comes into the conversation I'm gonna have with you guys next. I have an update about the housing situation. I've got bad news, guys. It's fallen through. Unfortunately, I think that there is just no way around it. It's not happening anymore. I will still be moving out. That's still happening. But me buying my own home, it's not happening anymore. You gotta laugh or you'll cry. It's a decision. If it seems very raw, it's because it's a decision that's kind of come to fruition yesterday. Oh no, houses are expensive. It's not even that they're expensive. I can afford it, but the bank says no. I can afford to put down quite a hefty deposit, right? I'm not going to go into details about how much I've managed to save in my life. But like, I have enough for like quite a few times over deposit of what most properties are asking for these days, because a lot of properties are actually only asking 5% of a deposit. So like, most deposits are 10% of the house price. A lot of the ones I've been looking at are 5%. I think that's just to compete with the fact that it's so expensive to live down here. I don't know. Either way, I can afford to do both, essentially, is the short answer in terms of what I've saved on, like, licenses and stuff. So, no, it's not money I can access, or at least most of it isn't. Truth being is that despite all this, if you're going for a shared ownership, this is a tall tale, I think I need to kind of warn people. If you're going for a shared ownership, just be aware of the fact that it sounds like a great idea on paper, but you're actually better off trying to get a house for the price that they're asking for a shared ownership for. Because realistically, what they're going to do is you have to pay rent, right? You're doing this on your own. So if you're the only person going on the mortgage, they will take your income, and then they will divide up how much the mortgage repayments are going to cost, and then the utility bills, and then also the rent and the ground rent and the service charge. That comes out of your paycheck, right? Which most people would be like, but you're getting a roommate, Jasper. You are moving in with someone. Surely they can also go on the mortgage. This is what all the mortgage brokers have been telling me. That can't happen. I'm not going to go into detail of it because it's someone else's financial situation. It's just not going to happen, despite the fact that they would have been paying the rent side of it, and that was kind of an agreement we had. We actually looked into having to go on the mortgage together, and it just wasn't going to happen. It's also not just, it's just not great, like, long term, kind of, it causes complications and stuff. It will get more explained later down the line. Basically, it's just not going to happen. And it sucks. I've got one more route that I was chasing, which was affordable housing. What I didn't realize about affordable housing is it's looking to get permanent housing for people in more desperate need for housing. And I'll be honest, the guy on the phone was kind of a dick. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of spoke to him, and he pretty much just read off what the website, which by the way, the website was very limited, but he read off what the website said and didn't really give me any more information, and then kind of just assumed that I couldn't afford a house. And I was like, excuse me? And he just assumed that I couldn't afford the deposit. And I was like, I don't remember ever telling him how much I had of a deposit. And he told me, like, oh, this is how much a deposit you'll get, so we don't think you can do it. I was like, how much was it again? He's like, oh, it was 5% and it's this much. And I'm like, okay, I have this much, and it's like double what he was asking. And he's like, oh, well, maybe. Well, you should talk to your mortgage advisor. And I was like, great, okay. So I don't mean to slag this company off, but like, if you're listening to this, you maybe need to like get another person to do the like marketing side of it, because he was really not helpful. I'm in emails with him. I don't want to go too hard on him. I'm still in emails with him trying to work out if it is still something doable. The problem is they can only do 2-bedroom properties for me at the minute. They don't have any 3 bedrooms. And as you know, I need a 3-bedroom just for the office space and stuff, which most people will be like, oh, just move into the living room. It's not really... When you're buying a property, it's not really suitable to kind of buy a property like that doesn't fit your needs, like especially not when you're buying it so low, because it's going to come with some sort of catch. They just don't want to tell me what that catch is, and I'm waiting to find out. Yeah, it's when they figure out your monthly costs and the bank has a meltdown. Yeah, straight up. It's like, it's just not doable. Is the truth of it. It's doable. There is a lot of things that could happen in the next couple of years that would mean it's suddenly doable. But at this point in time, I can't do it. So what I've got to essentially wait for now is housing prices to go down in my area, which is not likely to happen anytime soon. A property market crash, which we're long overdue, but realistically, from what I've looked online, there is no way of telling if it's going to happen soon or not. Judging by my area and what kind of the requirements of a housing market crash are, my area alone is like, Cornwall is like considered quite bad on the sense of like, we do not have enough housing for the amount of people that live here. That's just like not political at all. That's just how it is. So, realistically, it's not doable. So housing market crash is not likely to happen from that alone. And then, but it might happen in the time that I've got to wait. But the next time I can maybe look at getting a house is like 5 to 6 years from now, just looking at my current situation, which is good and bad in many different ways. In that it's good because it gives me more time to save more of a deposit, which would be good. However, it's bad because, as many of you guys know, I've got to kind of move out before the summer. I need to not live in my parents' house by the time summer rolls around, which means I'm now in a bit of a predicament in that I've got to find a rental property doable because I'll have a roommate. I'm still moving in with Paul. Like, we're still going to be roommates. It's still going to happen. But, there's just not many rental properties in my area, and also it's the pick of the litter kind of thing. Like, we'll apply to one and we won't get it necessarily. Like, it's just how that works. That's just how life works, isn't it? So it's gonna be, the next couple weeks are gonna be really stressful for me because I'm gonna have to be doing my best with looking into that, trying to get a property. If it's short term property wise, we can go for a 2-bed, but realistically I need a 3-bed if we can try for it. There's various reasons to this. Again, there will be more of an explanation when I actually move and I'm not in the situation I'm in currently. But, and that's not anything bad or anything, it's just like I need to make sure things are happening before I can talk about them. You know, you don't want to like end up in a situation like this where you're explaining how failures happened. Anyway, I'm not too impressed with what's happened. Um, I'm not blaming anyone in this situation. It's just the unfortunate case of like housing shortage, market prices, and baby boomers. And it's just like, it's just all a recipe for buying a house in this day and age is pretty much impossible for my age group. And that's just the truth of it. So realistically, despite the fact that I tried so hard, I'm not going to be buying a house at 23. That's how old I am right now, right? I'm probably going to be buying a house when I'm 27? 5 years from now. 5, 6 years from now. 28? I don't know. Several years ago. Like, several years later. Several years ago. God damn it. Several years later. It's good in many ways. Renting, despite the fact that I think sometimes it's more expensive than buying a house and it's dead money, it's gonna mean I can save money long term. I don't know, I guess. I was saving money pretty good at the minute, so I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be like pretty like soul crushing. I'm literally gonna be giving half my fucking paycheck to someone to live in their house. That's like, it's not a good feeling. I don't look down on renters, by the way. I know this sounds like I am looking down on renters. That's not what I'm doing, because realistically, I'm gonna become one now. It's not that. It's that my entire life has been set up so that I can save money. Like, I've literally, like, scrimped and saved my whole adult life. And my childhood was very fortunate in that I had stuff set up for me so that I could have, like, you know, inheritance and stuff put away for my future. I didn't go to university. I didn't see the point in going into debt in my adult life this early, because I knew that eventually I wanted to buy a house. I don't want kids. I don't want kids. I'd like to get married, but I don't want kids. So realistically, the best thing I've got is to get married and buy a house. That's like my future, right? So that money would go towards a house because I'm not spending it on a wedding. But realistically, it's just really depressing when you kind of go like, I've got a better situation than the majority of people my age, and I still can't do it. It's really disheartening because you're like, is this gonna get any better? You know? It's just disheartening. So I feel for anyone that's like in a housing crisis more than me. Like, I really like, because this is horrible just in my situation, so I cannot dare to imagine how it is for other people. So like, keep trucking, I guess. Like, keep going. It's not nice. It's just the environment, I guess. My brother rented while not touching his deposit as he needed to move out, carried on adding to the deposit, and then managed to buy a house after a year or two. How dare you? I'm renting. There's nothing wrong with renting. It's just more that it wasn't how I wanted to start my life. It's that simple. It's like I had the expectation of my life was set up so that I could buy a house when I moved. Like, I stayed living with my parents to save more money for this many years so that I didn't have to go into a rental property where at any point I could be given a notice to move out. I could, like, you know, I would be throwing essentially like hundreds of pounds a month down the drain to someone that I don't even know, you know, to live in their house. And it's not even, I can't even call it my home. It's that kind of like, I didn't want to do it kind of thing. It's a lot of stress. Housing is already stressful when you've got like anxiety anyway. It's like, man, like renting is like gonna like kill me. It's like any point. I need to get out of that mindset though, because that's like, that's, yeah, it's just like, man, I just don't know how it's gonna go. But anyway, it's just disappointing because I literally have spent the last few months working so hard trying to like get this off the ground. I've been contacting people. I've been really like wearing my spoons thin, you know, like trying to email people, which sounds like really dumb, but it's like, you know, it's really hard calling people when you've got anxiety. I hate it. I hate calling people. I've been like really trying the last few months, and ultimately it's turned up blank. That's really depressing. Um, it's just this day and age. It's no one's fault. It's just how the world is at the minute. I don't think this is like a me problem. I think this is an everywhere problem at the minute, and it's just really unfortunate because realistically, I live in Cornwall. It's like Cornwall is like considered quite on the poverty line in terms of like housing and stuff. Most people who live here long term can't afford to live here long term. There isn't much employment down here, and it's just like there isn't anywhere to live for the people. But we need people to work here so desperately, but no one wants to go for the jobs down here because we just can't afford it. It just doesn't work. Like minimum wage jobs down here are so scraped thin because people can't afford to live off the wage provided. I earn twice as much as I did several years ago, and I'm still considered like below like house buying ability, which is insane to me. But yeah, it's a bit of an eye-opening experience. I'm so sorry. Anyway. Honestly, I'm really happy for you that you managed so well being so young. Thank you. But like it's turned up blank, man. Like I'm disappointed in myself. I'm like, man, if I just put a few more pennies away every month, I might have been able to like make it. But realistically, it's like shit like that you can't like look at and go like this has happened, because realistically I need to be less harsh on myself, because it's like no, I can't afford it. It's just they won't like it's like I will have a roommate and they won't listen to that, and it sucks. It's like how it's like, banks, please like consider the fact that the rent isn't necessarily going to be paid for by one person. Like that's unrealistic. I know. It's like they turn around to me and they're like, it's not realistic for one person. I'm like, I know, that's why it's not just going to be me. But they won't listen. So yeah, it just sucks. It's like, please find a way around it, like maybe a contractual agreement with the bank kind of thing. I don't know. There's ways. I was determined not to rent, so I bought an abandoned piece of crap house, and I'm doing it up very, very slowly, which is a smart idea, but that's just not something that happens in my area. It's just not a thing. Like, here, a piece of crap house is like, the foundations are non-existent. Like, it's buying a house to do up here is, well, for one, expensive, because a lot of the time you have to get professionals in, and also and that's just because like asbestos and the thing is still a thing down here. And another thing is like, it's in my area, the do it up yourself houses are literally like just as expensive as a like full mortgage property. Like that's the thing. It's like you have to go to an auction to buy them anyway. But then on top of it, it's like it's just as expensive kind of thing, and it's so dumb. It's so stupid. In the time I've been looking for a house, there has been 2 do-it-up houses in my area, like 2 like piece of crap houses that need doing up. One of them is actually like on the street, kind of a few behind my house, my current house I live in, and the other one was on the corner bend next to a roundabout. I wish I was kidding. I want to stress that this road as well, this roundabout, so many accidents happen on it. I've come off my bike on this roundabout, right? It's not like it's like, yeah, it'll be nice. I'll sit in my living room one day and a like 4x4 will just come straight through my fucking front window, you know? It's just that kind of like houses. Like, it's not a good bet. Which is probably why people didn't live in it for several years. But like that's the only 2 like that have come up in my area anytime soon. The other one, there is another one, and it's still on sale now. It's not a house. It's a patch of land and a shed. And they're like, oh, you can live in it. It's like, what? It's so dumb. That was the funniest thing. I can't believe that place is still on sale. It's so funny. It's also down a really like steep hill, like that's like a mile long, and it's like no. But yeah, it's like because I would do the do it up thing because I'm quite good at DIY, but like it's just not doable in my area because it's just as expensive. And if you like, you're gonna spend more on a do it up yourself house than you would just buying a house down here. It's just the truth of it. And anxiety is a big problem, and I get it so well. Yeah, it's like this is the thing, is like, this is the pure reason I didn't want to go into a rent house. Like, it's just that I didn't want the constant anxiety of one day I could just be handed a letter that says we want to sell the house kind of thing. And it's like, that's my biggest worry with like not owning your own property kind of thing. So there's that. Realistically as well, like, this is going back to the shared ownership properties. The idea of them is that you have to earn under 80,000 a year, right? Just for a bit of context, I earn like less than 20,000 a year. I work 30 hours a week, night shifts, so that should tell you how much like I should be earning. And before anyone says like, well, why don't you just get another job? That's have you met me? It's like, I shouldn't have to work a second job to be able to afford to live. Like, my job is very much a full-time job and it should be treated as such. Because I don't think, my job has the highest turnover rate. Like, I've worked in so many different jobs in my life, and literally I worked at KFC, and KFC had a less high turnover rate than this job, which is crazy to me. Emperor Cable, welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for the drink, dummy. I will drink to that. I haven't opened my can, so. Like, my boss offered me to go on to full-time, which is just 10 more hours a week. And I could take it, and I think a lot of people in my situation would be like, why don't you just take the full-time employment? It's... Taking the full-time employment, it would just... It's... My mental health is pretty scraped thin, as is, on the job I am on. So... Please, like, forgive me for not taking the full-time job I've literally been offered. It would mean that I'd have to give up a lot of my ability to function. I sleep so much. It just isn't doable in my situation. It's like, even just for the pure fact of like, it would ruin me. I would like not function as a person if I went into full-time employment in my job. It's like, I would not cope with it. For one, the people that do the full-time employment suck. Not all of them, most of them are great, but like, it's just like, I've just seen people go from doing part-time to full-time and being like, so just not like the personality change it causes is ridiculous. But you need a head pat and a hug. I do. Thank you very much if you're offering. Head pat's welcome. But no, it's unfortunate. Like, it's just not worked out. So what I was getting to with this, funny. Yeah, what I was getting to was that I've got to find a rental place. So I'm gonna get a rental, which is doable, because like I said, I'll have a roommate, so that means like the rent a month is halved, hypothetically. And it also means that for an extra £25 a month, I can have a pet, which is great. It might mean the computer stuff doesn't happen as quickly as I'd like it to. I have basically been bullied by my parents to put like a lot more than I could afford into my savings account, despite the fact that I turned around and said, I just don't think I'm going to make the cut this year, because I have to put away a certain amount in my LISA, or else I don't get like the government issued like grand. And I have to put away a certain amount. I have the money to put away, but it meant that I was basically like, I made the mistake of doing it quite soon after I got paid, and then my insurance got taken out for my bike, and yeah, I have like spent the last few weeks pretty skint. And I'm not even skint. I have the money. The problem is I'm trying desperately to hold on to this like grand something for a new computer, because we've discussed that I need a new computer for streaming because at this point it's a work investment. I don't have the room for it currently, so that's why it's been put off. But because of that, costs have come in and it's great because I have the money for it. But like on the same wavelength, I'm like desperately trying to hold on to what I have. And it's like, man, I've got to shell out another like 900 quid next month. That's not a good feeling. um, yeah. Not next month, this month. By the end of the month, I've got to shell out 900 quid. Payday is coming up in a week. Yeah. Life is expensive at the minute. I don't know how to do this. Tip jar. Tip jar's not gonna help. I've discussed this many times. Tip jar is just gonna make me feel guilty. Tip jar is... I'm working on it, okay? It's just like... It's just a case of like so much other stuff, right? Okay, with the tip jar stuff, Mina, I'm sorry. I know I meant to call you about it several weeks ago. It's just because all this stuff has happened. I've just been really preoccupied and I'm so sorry. I have been trying desperately to keep up with the stream stuff. You're fine. No, it's been bothering me, like, how much I'm letting things slip at the minute with stream. Life has taken over. Like, like I said, I've been trying so hard to get this house thing off the ground and it's just not happening and I've had to admit defeat in the end. And it's great because now I'm like, man, I've got so much else I needed to do with that time and I've just not been able to do it. Girl, you're doing really well though. I'm not doing really well. I am burning and I haven't realized it. And it's just like, sometimes I just want to lay in bed and go, what have I gotten myself into, you know? I'm 23. Like, my forefathers before me would have, like, moved out and had, like, 3 kids by now, you know? And I'm just over here like, oh my god, the idea of, like, just applying for a mortgage right now is just so much effort. It's insane. It's just, I know it's because there's a lot more checkboxes now and stuff. I know it is a lot harder now. Despite what everyone says, there is a lot more hoops you gotta jump through now than your forefathers did. So if anyone makes you feel bad about it, fucking, I don't know, soccer punch them or something. And just, realistically, it's like, it's not easy now doing things, getting jobs, you know, going places, like buying houses, getting cars. It's not as easy now as it was. And there are good reasons for that, but it just means that in this day and age, it takes so much more effort to do these things. And I hear so much people being like, why do the generation now have so many mental health problems? It's like, because our entire lifespan is just stress. And that's just the truth of it. Also, anxiety existed back in your day and age as well. It's just you bully people into submitting to not thinking about it. And that's just my opinion. Anyway, yeah, they bought the house for 20 quid though. Yeah. My deposit would have paid for my grand's house. Not my dad's house. My dad's house, he only paid that off a few years ago, but my grand's house, from what I've heard, right, would have cost my deposit. Like, I could have bought her house several years ago. Insane. So, girl, I'm 30, renting, no work, and childless. Living the dream. Yeah. It is depressing, isn't it? You're just like, man, I should be able to do these things now. And it's like, you know, life just feels like it's slipping away from you. And also, this goes back to the thing as well with children. I hear so much as well, people being like people are having children so late nowadays. And it's like, yeah, because like most of us have like this idea that in order to have children and get married and like settle down, you need to have completed a certain amount of checklists before you do that. And realistically, in this day and age, those checklists take twice as long as they did. So, like, yeah, buying a house, having children, and getting married could have been done in like a less than 2 year span back in like, you know, the 20th century, right? Would have been done, okay? In this day and age, it's like that's some people's lifetime. That's how long that takes now. It's like, I don't think many people want to have children if they don't have at least a roof over their head that they can rely on, you know? It's like, you know, it's like, so I can see why having children happens so late. Another thing is that a lot of people want to like focus on their careers and stuff, and that's noble. But it's like, you know, it's gonna cause problems later down the line. That's all I can say. I've got opinions on it that I won't discuss, but it's like, it's just like ridiculous how long things take now because it's just so much more hard. I suppose this is political, isn't it? We're getting into political territory. I'm not trying to be political. I'm just bitching. But yeah, life is not great. So just a forewarning. I'm gonna be ranting over the next few months because I've ran out of time, essentially. Even if I got approved for buying a house this month, which I'm not trying to anymore, if I got approved to buy a house this month, right, I'd still be living here by August, and that's just not doable anymore because I need to move out by August. Forward to fucking August, I'm still living here. God damn it. But, like, I need time to do these things, and I'm out of time is the short answer. And for anyone wondering, no, I'm not being kicked out or anything. My parents are not kicking me out, although they haven't. My mother has insinuated that she kind of wants me out by August, which is like, all right, Mom, I don't think you even own the house. She doesn't. My dad owns the house, and my dad said that I can stay here as long as I like, whether or not that's now or till I'm 30, but which is very nice of him, but like, it's just not. Guys, there's only so many times you can get up to go to work at like 2 a.m. and the second you go to use the bathroom, someone else goes in it. It's only so many times you can take it. So he said only so many times you can go to make food at 6 o'clock on the dot to find that they've started making their food. So wonderful. But yeah, life today is hard, lol. Yeah, it is. It's so I get that your parents want you out. I didn't want my mother here listening to me work it. Ayo. Sorry, I'm trying to read that and my brain is just like not reading words. Well, I think I get what you're referring to though, but that's fair. The thing is, it's not even my dad. My dad, I would like to say it's not my parents making this joint decision. My dad is completely like, he keeps saying to me, he's like, I'd rather you stay here and save the money than move. Like, and he's made that quite clear to me, like, my entire life, which is so nice of him, right? I'm not quiet. I gathered. I know you. You're very much not quiet, Mina, in anything you do. So my dad's been really supportive, which is super nice. It is just getting a bit like, yeah, but it's a bit claustrophobic, Dad, I'm not gonna lie. The problem is that my mum very subtly, under her breath a few times, not even under her breath, she just straight up says it to my face. She wants me kind of like out of here by August. The reason being, right, and not even by August, by like June, if she can get me out that quick. The reason being is my sibling comes back from university around that time. This is something that's happened for the last few years, but my sibling will come back for the summer for 3 months. For 3 fucking months. Right, so for a bit of context, if you don't know, my sibling is in uni up country. I live in Cornwall, so very, very down at the bottom of the country in the UK, and then she's further more towards Scotland end. That's not me saying where she is, by the way. There's a lot of land between there and there. She could be anywhere. But she's up country at university, right? And she comes home for 3 months. 3 months in a year, like, for the summer. Don't ask me why. I don't understand. They have explained to me, and I'm just like, what? Why 3 months? She doesn't want to, like, and by the way, if you're curious why I refer to my sibling as my sibling, and sometimes you, they, them, she, her interchangeably, it's because they are gender fluid. think is what she has told me. So they don't mind any terms. They're fine with it. Anything. I just try not to complicate it. Sorry. But basically, I don't even think they want to be here in the summer, like, because there's nothing to do here. It's very limited, like, for them, now that they've seen the grass is greener on the other side. It's so, and they've said this, like, coming down here is so, it's just such a rude awakening to how hard it is to live down here, because realistically, you come here, you can't go anywhere. Like, unless you drive, which they do. I don't. I drive a motorbike, but, like, at the minute, I can't afford to put it through its MOT. But they drive a car, so coming down here is just depressing for them because there's nothing here, and it's also a small town, right? It's a small village, like, it's very small. Everyone knows everyone, and my family's been here a long time, right? So for them, like, going to the supermarket and having people come up to them and say, "Oh, I know your dad," or "I know your mom," or "I know your family," is really awkward, because it's a reminder that you have no privacy down here. And I hate it too. And I've never moved. I've never lived anywhere else. I hate it. I hate going to the shops and having people come up to me. Literally, I step outside my door and the postman asks me, like, about my dad. And I'm like, please don't talk to me. And I had to tell him several years ago, you need to stop telling people to come and talk to me and my sibling, because it's really difficult. Kind of, you just want privacy while you buy, like, I don't know, like, going to the shops and going and buying, like, you know, tampons or, like, medication. You don't want people asking you, like, I've had it before where I've gone to the pharmacy and people have asked me, I'm like, I'm buying antidepressants and, like, stuff for a yeast infection. I don't want you asking me about my dad right now. It's happened. So it's, like, one of those things, and this is also why I'm very, like, scared about saying where I live and stuff, because I'm like, oh my god, everyone in my town would know I streamed if that happened. It's like, I'm dreading it. It's gonna happen one day if I'm not careful, but, like, it's just awkward and it's just horrible, and it sounds like it's not until you live it, and it's dreadful. Another thing is, like, very publicly, I got into a bit of a scandal not so long ago, in my local town. I'm not going to go into detail. I will never tell the story if I can help it. It will never happen. The people close to me know the story. But basically, like, and this is nothing, like, I didn't technically do anything wrong. It's just that I was involved in something that wasn't great. It was awkward for the first, like, few months after that happened. I was fine because I was living my best life, but it was, like, terrible going to, like, I couldn't go to a cafe and eat food without, like, the server being, like, a bitch to me. It's happened. And this is the problem when everyone knows everyone in a town. You think it's great. You're like, oh, everyone knows everyone. It's, like, such a communal value until you've lived here for so long, and then shit like that happens, and then suddenly you've got, like, people glaring at you from behind the counter, and it's like, it's already bad enough if you're, like, if you're neurotypical. I have anxiety, quite crippling anxiety, and I have developed agoraphobia over the years. It's not the best situation to make you want to leave the house. If I didn't have a job, I'd never leave my house. If I didn't have a job to go to, I'd never leave, which is why I've had to get a job, because I could have quite easily, like, claimed benefits from how extreme my anxiety is. I'm considered really high risk. It's really depressing. But, like, I could have gotten away with, like, not working, and I just didn't want to. Partially because, what's the point? But, like, also because it's just not, you know, it's not healthy to live in your house and never leave the house. You know, I want to be able to go and collect my prescription and stuff. And I know some people are like, oh, you can get your prescription delivered now. You can't down here. It doesn't happen down here. Oh, welcome, Dimpledore. Sorry I didn't read your message. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Go visit other places for fun. Yeah, no. I don't think that's fun. Hey, Jasper, how's your mom? Like, straight up. That's my life. My mom's great. No, she's not. She's really ill, but she's gone to work, so that's what matters. I think my mum could be doing better. This start of the year was rough for our family. So she's like going through it at the minute. But yeah, no, to give the short answer, going back to the story originally, my sibling doesn't want to be here for 3 months, but they kind of, I don't know, apparently they don't get a choice. I don't really understand it. But yeah, so they are not too keen about like coming back for 3 months, but they're gonna do it anyway. I have kept, and I've posted this on my Discord, by the way, I've kept my moving out stuff in my siblings' room, which is basically the spare room now, but I've kept I've kept the collection of things like from like, you know, my like cutlery and my like knives and my like mixers, that kind of stuff. Like it's all in boxes in my siblings' room. And by the way, for anyone that saw that last picture, guess what? The collection has doubled. So because it's all kept in that room, it's got to go somewhere when like they come back for the holidays. There was a bit of a stressful time where we weren't sure if Easter was gonna happen. I still don't know. They never really got back to me about it, so I don't know if they're coming for Easter or not, which would be great because then they'd be back for a month. No. So I gotta be out of here, basically. Like, I can still live here. It's not gonna be a problem if I do. It's just gonna cause problems, like, with my stuff. I would have to get a storage unit, which I did discuss getting, but because the house stuff fell through, there's kind of no point at this time because, you know, renting a property, it's not gonna take 3 months for me to move out. It might take me 3 months to get a property, though. That's the truth of it. But, like, yeah, it's just not happening, guys. It's just not gonna happen. So, depression, chat over. I'm very sorry. I know that we were all kind of gripping our seats waiting for the day Jasper came on to stream and said, hey, got a house. But it didn't happen. And I am just as devastated. I'm more devastated than anyone, for obvious reasons. But, you know, it was just like, I know I would have been very lucky to turn around and say that I'd done it, but I didn't. And I feel like a failure about it. But, you know, it's like, it's just increased anxiety about what's to come now as a result. And that's not great. But realistically, I need the space. And I just don't have it anymore. I'm getting claustrophobic being confined to one room. So. Girl, you have us. You'll do great. Yeah, I know. I've got you guys. This is another thing is like, if I want to like expand my future. Oh, I got another conversation for you guys. Are you ready for this? Guess what? My contract for work is gonna be changed. Fucking fantastic. I agreed to it, obviously. Ironically, our boss turned around to us and sat us all down in a meeting, was like, basically, we're going to change the hours. So I need to know if you guys are okay with us changing the hours, or else we got to go down the professional route. And majority of us turned around and said, we're fine with that. The ones that didn't, because so many of us said yes, they're like, it's not a problem. You can keep your regular hours. We just need the majority of people to do the new hours. So it's worked out for everyone. And she literally turned around and was like, this is great, because I would have had to have gone down the professional route of forcing you to change it and giving you 28 days notice to force you to change it. And I was like, what? So it's like, basically, we'll do it willingly or you do it by force and you got to find a new job. It's like, okay. So basically, you would have fired all of us if we turned around and said no. When you struggle to get staff as it is. Whatever. Well, yeah, so it's good and bad. So, what's changing? For anyone wondering, as you guys may not know, my current working hours are 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. Yes, at night. I am up before the crack of dawn, and I go home at the crack of dawn. It is insane, right? It's not many hours, I know, but it's a lot of hard labor during those hours. I'm not entitled to a break. That's sort of conversation. It's great. So my work hours, no wonder you sleep during the day. Exactly. So for a bit of context as well, our job has been running over like quite badly recently. Christmas time was just like, we were just not making the numbers kind of thing. It was just not happening. So our boss basically, there was like a long time discussion about whether or not our contracts were gonna get changed, like our hours, because basically they couldn't ask us to stay behind without like us. We had the right to say no, basically. So they were like, okay, how do we approach this? And the conversation a long time was that they were gonna increase our work hours by half an hour. So it would have been 9:30 that I finished. And then they turned around officially in a meeting and said, so we're going to change your work hours and it's going to be 3:30 to 9:30 a.m. So my work shift is getting moved by half an hour. That's it. That's the exciting news. They literally were considering firing us over a half an hour. It was like, man, what the fuck? What a stupid change. Anyway, so yeah, my work hours are not changing at all. My work schedule is not changing at all. I am going up to just a like later start and a later finish. A whole 30-minute? I know. Crazy. Wow. Yeah, like, so basically, yeah, we're gonna be it's not gonna affect streams too much, I hope. I've turned around and said the only days it's gonna cause me complications are Thursdays, which it shouldn't, because like I said, I start stream at 11 o'clock on Thursdays. Shouldn't make too much of a difference. I will approach it as it comes, because we haven't had the meetings yet. I was supposed to have gotten an email about it last week and I didn't, so not really sure when that's gonna happen. Panicking right now as well because I've been locked out of my account, my work account, so I'm fucked next week. I'm fucked tomorrow. I'm just dreading it. I'm like, oh man, I can't do this, like, my main job because I've been locked out of the account. You can always start a little later. So this is the thing, right? I've got to have a meeting with my boss. And for anyone that doesn't know, the person that's going to be my roommate, the person who I've already talked about, as you guys know, Crazy Ones are the best. Also known as Porno, also known as my best friend Paul, right? He will be my roommate when we move. If you don't know, we work together, the exact same job, right? So we've been offered to kind of have the meeting together, because, like I said, we'll be moving in together. So realistically, it's going to be a meeting that's going to affect the two of us. So we're going to have, and this is just this is not company policy or anything. We've just been like, yeah, save you time, you know, to our boss, like, save you like time. Porno, yeah. It's because someone called. It's okay. Be right back, gonna make some munchies. Okay, Mimi, you go make your drug food. But yeah, so it's the end of the world. Yeah, so basically I'm gonna be moving in with them, which means that our work schedule will collide. So it may as well be that we get the same meeting. So we're gonna discuss it, because realistically, us doing this later shift is gonna be easier to do once we move. Not really sure how that conversation's gonna go though, because now I've got to turn around and be like, it doesn't matter, we'll be moved probably in the next couple months. Whereas before I was like, we'll be moved by the summer. Not gonna happen anymore, so what's the point? Anyway, it's all good. Anyway, I'm gonna move on from this conversation. So the main thing is, house didn't work out. Computer will still happen. I'm just gonna have to arrange some things around it. It's just gonna happen later, but we should move and have room to do it, so not a problem. And the other thing is, my work schedule's changing. It shouldn't affect streams, but it might. I will let you know if it does, but realistically it's only gonna affect Thursdays. But realistically, once I move anyway, the streams were gonna move anyway. So on Thursdays, the streams were gonna move from 11 a.m. to probably like 4 p.m. roughly. I'm not sure. I hadn't ironed out the details. I was gonna trial it, but I was gonna move them. And there was also going to be eventually a conversation of, do I do more streams? Do I do this? It's going to depend now on the kind of house I get. and there are various reasons for that, and I will discuss them at the time. But right now, it's gonna stay the same days, but the time might change when I move because it's just gonna be easier for me sleeping. Because I'll get home exhausted, I will go to sleep, and then I will wake up at probably like 4 o'clock anyway. So it'll probably be later anyway, and I'll stream, and then it'll be easier as well because then I'll be around to like raid more people. It's just gonna mean things. Mondays, however, I was gonna change them as well. I don't need to change them anymore, so I probably won't. But it might mean, well, the good thing is it means that if I do have to like postpone the stream on Mondays, it means I can. So it's going to mean a lot of good things for the streams, which I'm hoping for because I need time. I need time. Does this mean I can finally raid the Jasper? That's what I'm hoping. Like, not like, I would love that if you did that. But like, it's like, not unnecessary, you don't have to, but it's gonna mean that I can be. Because the problem I have now is that I'm not raidable, and I'm not available for most people in the world. I'm not streaming at a good time. America is usually asleep at this time, so most Americans don't get to see the streams. You know, we've got some Canadian chatters. I don't think they get to catch the streams very often. It's just not great for the like majority of people. I'm missing out a lot of like chatters and stuff. I don't get much interaction from my majority community until after 12 o'clock. I have noticed it. Don't worry, guys. I know you. I see you. I know that you're not here until after 12 o'clock. I'm very aware of it. I'm very aware of the timing schedules. I decided to do 11 o'clock because most people weren't here at 11 o'clock, and I thought, like, this is great because I'm not really going to be competing with other streamers. Unfortunately, it means that I'm not competing with anyone because no one's awake. So it's not going to change permanently. Like, it's going to change, but it's not gonna affect Mondays. It shouldn't affect Mondays. There's going to be a bit of a, what am I going to do about certain days of the year, mainly bank holidays. But that's not a conversation I'm going to have with you guys right now. It will be a conversation at the time. But there is going to be some situations that are going to be massively affected, which isn't great. It's not ideal. So we'll see. But yeah. It's not going to change. It's going to change. No, it's not going to affect it, but it's going to change, if that makes sense. It's not going to be a terrible change, but it's like, because for those of you that are only available for the earlier streams, we're still going to have the earlier streams. It's just like the Thursday stream is going to be moved later. Someone keeps texting me. I'm sorry. Lol. What is happening? God, you guys messaging on Discord is coming through on my phone for some reason. I can hear the text. Yeah, I usually mute my phone. I'm so sorry. It's what I love is that I can hear the text. It's literally like it's like the VTuber chat. Because if you didn't know, I have a chat with Mimi and Mina and Maddie and T and all that. So yeah. Also, in conversation as well, the collab guys, I never gave an update because there isn't one. I don't know what's happening. Yeah, repo when. So I'm not sure if we're still doing the fast food simulator one. In all honesty, I think if I don't hear anything about it, I'm just going to refund the game. Because if you didn't know, I bought the game before finding out it was AI generated. I have not decided if I'm comfortable or not with it. There's been kind of argument, not arguments in a bad way. Like, Maddie came up with a very good positive argument. And I'm fully like, yeah, I could go for that. But it's also like, this kind of goes against my morals, and I need to kind of, at this point, I accepted the fact that it wasn't going to matter because it was too late. I'd already paid for the game. I can refund it, but if anyone knows anything, Steam is like notoriously bad for getting refunds. So it was like, could I be bothered? But I've got time. Just refund it. I don't know if I can even afford it right now. Yeah, okay. I don't want to. I wanted to play the game when we first talked about it, and then it kind of realized that it was AI generated. No one else really kind of talked about it, and I don't know what's happening. It's nothing against the girls or anything. I would like to state that this was completely missed by all of us. But we've also just not reinitiated the conversation about when we're going to play it. So at this point, I'll probably refund it. There is a chance that I will have to buy it again. Just bear with me on it. But by the looks of it, we're probably looking at a different game anyway. I'm not 100% sure because I'm a bit nervous because what I've seen, they're talking about Repo. I'm not 100% sure about Repo because from what I've seen of it, it's literally my nightmares. I had a reoccurring nightmare growing up of like this robot thing like that looks like the creatures out of this, and I'm just like, oh my god, can I cope with this game? I don't know. Honestly, the AI part of that game is not a big thing. The game in itself isn't AI. It was what, as you said, it's just for Steam. Yeah, so it's like this is the thing that I was gonna have to have a conversation about. The AI part of it is just the art on the banner. It's literally just it. But as an artist, it does make me uncomfortable. But that they use that for the banner, it's not in the game. So that was literally like why I was like a bit like, I don't know about this. But at this point, I don't think it matters because no one's discussed it any further. And by the looks of it, by the way, I'm friends with all the girls on Steam. None of the rest of you guys bought it. It was just me. It's like I've got nothing that says the rest. These are the friends that also own this game. So I'm like, did I just buy this like and no one else did? I don't know. So bear with me on it. I will see to it. But in Repo, we are the robots. Oh god. Am I gonna have a fucking, like, mental breakdown about this game? I don't know. We'll see. But we've got collabs coming up. They are still happening. We've just not discussed it. I've also got my own stuff that I need to get on with. But like I said, I had a plan. I was supposed to do a thing this week, but I didn't organize it last week. And then I had a day off. And now I've got to move that day to this week. So my thing never ended up happening, but I also never messaged Mina about it. So yes, Mina, I was planning a collab. And I never contacted you about it because I'm dumb. Anyway. Like Maddie said, I understand that it's a small company. Art can be a little hard. Yeah, and it's just one of those things where you hope that eventually they do change it. Like, and I was fine with that. I was like, you know what, fine, because I've paid for it. I'm not losing anything. So I completely was like, we'll probably end up playing it, but at this point, I actually don't know if it's happening anymore. Collab when? Next Thursday if you're down. Question mark. We'll leave it at that. Anyway, I'm gonna take a break because I drank a lot this morning, and then I will come back and we'll go straight into Stardew, which I've got things to talk about in Stardew, so bear with. Hell yes, I'm down. Let's go. Right, I will BRB. Yeah. Hello. I'm back. I'm also eating. Oh my god, I got scared. I'm sorry. I forgot your stream was open. Bitch, what the fuck? You mean you forgot? What the hecky, dude? It was so quiet. I'm so sorry. Why did it take you so long to load? Random. Hey, my love. What the fuck? Why is this game so loud in my ears? Oh! Can't grab my remote. I've sat on it. I have to go into the clinic today. Have a nice day, okay? Okay! Apparently, another thing is that you can wear this as a hat. I didn't know that. That would have been good to know, because then I could have saved space. Okay. What do we got? We got an architoke. Why is this all growing in unevenly? What is going on? Oh yeah, I remember. It's because I've had to plant loads of mystery things because I don't think I have time to do anything else. Yeah, because I've run out of time. Lol. Do you think I can grow like wheat? Wheat. What heat? Hmm. I'll go to the shops in a bit and find out. Go buy some wheat. I'm also not sure if this is throwing me off, because, like, I've not produced a single rabbit's foot, right? And I wonder if it's because they don't come outside. Because these trunks are here. It might be because the relationship with the rabbit isn't so good, but I don't know. It's so cute though. But it. There we go. Robin's in here doing her shit. Anyway. Guys, I need advice. Okay, so you go, right? Moving house. What? Like, what the fuck do I need? Because I can get, like, a bunch of stuff. I've got my eye on, like, kettle, and I've got my eye on, like, an air fryer, right? All that stuff. I cannot buy a mattress until I've, like, agreed on a rental place, right? So, I'm literally only gonna be able to afford, I don't know why I came here. I'm literally only gonna be able to afford, right, the rent and either a sofa or a mattress. So which one do I prioritize? Because logically I'd go with a mattress. For fuck's sake. But I don't know. So I don't know what I'm doing. She is. She goes in the pub, I'll cry. Oh, no. I don't know where she's going. Probably to the shops like me. Mattress is nice. Yeah, I get it's nice, but is it like... do I need it kind of thing, you know? I might be able to do them. New patch of grass. Wow, look at that wallpaper. Bitch. Marine, you and I are gonna fall out big time. Okay. I also still have no idea what I'm doing. Also, what the fuck am I looking for when buying a mattress? Because I've looked on so many different, like, things about it, and I'm just constantly like, what the fuck am I looking at, you know? Because growing up, everyone always, like, ranted and raved about memory foam, right? Memory foam this, memory foam that. I've slept on a memory foam mattress for, like, a week at one point. Never again. They are not good. So, I think it depends on your needs, like in terms of sleeping, but I have hip dysplasia and a memory foam mattress. Something that hard is not good for someone who's not only a side sleeper but is hip dysplasia. It just is painful. Like I found, like I woke up in so much pain. Like I could compare it to sleeping on the ground at a festival, because I do that quite a lot. When like I'm camping and stuff, I always sleep on the floor until like I got slightly older and I was like, I'll just get a blow up mattress. And I invested in a blow up mattress and I will probably never go back, but it's like, man, sleeping on the ground is not where it's at, you know? Yeah. Ow. But yeah, so can I even do these things? 2 dozen eggs. That's 12. ET hardwood? I think I can do that, can't I? Don't know how much hardwood I got. Pretty sure it's 80. Sorry, excuse my voice going weird. Back and lunch and a mild heart attack. What? What did you do? Oh. Do I not? Oh, okay. What did you get a heart attack from? I had a fright. Anyway, you got hardwood. Yeah, baby. I also found out you can have children in this game. I did not know that. I really didn't know that that was a thing. It's also not really a thing that I would normally care about, but I'm like, do I have Harvey babies? Question mark? Let me know. I don't even remember to give the pet water, let alone a child. No, I didn't either. No one told me that I was supposed to give the, like, animal water, but never mind. Oh, whoops. I need to stop selling those. Whoopsie. Can sell those, though. No, I don't need to sell those. That one. Oh, shit. Look how much shit I've got. What the fuck? I got so many. Right, I'm gonna start moving the monster loot around, I think. Okay, that doesn't help. Maybe that one. And probably that one. Because I need room for that. Nice. I'm also gonna start putting these all in the same place. Correct. And that one. Yeah, I'm gonna start putting all this in the same one because it annoys me that they're all separate. In here. And that one. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. Now that that's done. Sorry. Now, welcome, Nat. Good to see you. Now, redeem drink dummy. Thank you, Nat. I will drink to that. Bro, I have like a script when you come into chat because it's like, hello, Nat. Welcome. Good to see you. Now you have redeemed drink dummy. I will drink to that. It's like straight up every single time. Oh, Nat. I hope you're doing well today. Oh, what for? We don't know yet. Well, I know. I know. Because I'm smart. Yeah. No, I do have a plan, but I just haven't kind of got around to actually organising anything because I've been busy. Because your bitch is now realising that she's got to get a shifty on with her life. No more funny business. No more funny business. No more funny business. Where the fuck do I keep the wood? Oh shit, hold on. Where do I keep my wood? There. Okay. I do have enough hardwood then. I think. We'll take it anyway. Anyway, that one can go in there, and that one can go in here. That one can also go in here. Although I should probably get a shifty on with some of those. What am I doing? Yes. Okay. Now that that shit's out of the way, I'm now gonna forget that I was supposed to put that in somewhere else as well, but... Okie dokie. Right. I'm gonna put some grape in there. Make some fucking wine. Well, I've got two of the fucking things I don't know. I thought I only had the one. Which one's wine? That one. Make some actual wine. And then I'm also gonna put some of this in the cheese press. See what that comes out with. Goat's cheese, hopefully. And put the rest of this in the cookie recycling. Keep the hardwood in a pocket. Yeah. So then when people come up to me, they're like, oh, you got some wood in there? Or are you just happy to see me? I'll just pull out a chunk of wood and go, yeah, it's just wood. I'm not happy to see anyone. Facts. I hate everyone. No, I don't. That's not true. So how the fuck do I get, like, a rabbit's foot? What's going on? Please don't say I have to kill the rabbit. I would actually, like, rather just not complete the game, if that's the case. I need to, like, get rid of some of the trees up here, because I can never see the dog. Can you kill animals in this game, though? That's what I'm wondering, and I really hope not. I don't want to be a true farmer. There he is, the sexiest man alive. No, that's better. But, I mean, no. He's the love of my... Oh my god, fuck, okay, never mind. Listen, I'm just saying, Simon Pegg. Okay, so I can definitely do that. Please don't say I've gotta, like, collect it. Fuck off! Do I actually have to, like, oh my god, no. Where the fuck am I gonna get 80 pieces of hardwood to in 6 days? I shouldn't have accepted that quest. Because sometimes they're like, oh. Oh man, oh man. I think I can do like the... I mean... Oh. Shit. I've also never made goat's cheese. This is very exciting. Shit. 6 days, huh? 6 fucking days. Nice. Good job these don't, like, revive very quickly. Well, that means I've got to keep this there for now. Which wasn't my plan. Also got to sort out this guy. I don't know the first thing about smoking fish. Sorry. I just had a bit of a moment where I was like, why am I not moving? I had my hands full! Means I'm gonna have to come here every single day, doesn't it? To get all this wood. I'm good. Good. I've had a carbon monoxide detector dying in my house for like a month, and then I can't find it to turn it off. It keeps beeping. When I find that thing, it's over. Good lord. What is that? Where's that guy come from? Okay. Do some fishing. Why fucking not? Dude, what? I literally, right, don't... I have a carbon monoxide thing. I also have a fire alarm. And neither one of them work. You want to know why? Because my... Oh! My mother took the batteries out of them both. Because one of them wasn't working. Why does that look like that cup from the 90s? I wasn't alive during this time, but I know there was like a cup in the early 90s with like the swirly pattern on them. Lol. Well, that's cool. Whoa. Wool basket. Bruh. How the fuck did that happen? Another one. Another chicken statue. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Wow. Oh my Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, run. I'll take my sweet time. Wait, hang on. Gotta talk to this guy real quick. Smoked ghost fish and 5 crayfish. Yeah, because I still gotta get those. Put that one in there. Oh, no, I want that one. That one. I'll put this one in there because I got another one. Oh, I already pet the dog, haven't I? Yeah, baby. Cool. Found out as well there's a thing that you can make to get money, like tea leaves and stuff. Never found anything about that, but apparently you can get them. Oh, it's raining. It's a myth that rainy weather causes the flu. However, take care that you don't slip on the mud. Thanks, baby. I have to worry about you. I would too. I am a bit of a liability. My mother calls me her little liability. She doesn't. I remember how many I had. Okay, so I got 16. I think 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. What is this wool basket? Jesus Christ, okay. It's just a decoration. Where the fuck am I supposed to put it then? I got no room. Lol, what the fuck? Oh my god, I have nowhere to put that. This is what house extensions are for, but like, man. Tell Anime that. Ow. Your house is like the damn TARDIS now, is it? You think? You think? Bruh. Mean. I've started rewatching Supernatural, by the way. 10 out of 10. I do like that series. I'm really on my bullshit with the special interest stuff again. Because if you didn't know, I got back into kind of Atlantis and that whole thing. I'm still awaiting all the stuff I got, like, the other week. Never seen it. Oh, no! Baby! Oh, my. Oh, no. What do you mean you've never seen it, bruh? Was Supernatural on like Netflix or something? It was in the US. It wasn't in the UK. Like they never released it here for some reason. I've got them on physical DVD. I've got up to season 11 on physical DVD, and some of those physical DVDs, because it's so old, are 2 separate boxes. And that's only for 1 season, to be fair. Like the 1 season is like 2 boxes. It's so interesting, like the first season I've got, right? The DVD is like 1 single box. Like it's just a load of DVDs crammed into 1 like single box, like a regular sized box with like a cardboard slipcase, like the regular, right? I got the second season, right? That came in 2 separate boxes because there's just so many discs in that season. And then the season 3 is like the size and width of a VHS like box. And I'm just like, man, what the fuck? Why are they so big? And they're like that up to about season 6. And then season 7 onwards, they go back to being a regular disc size. So I don't really know what's up with that. I think part of it is that the Supernatural season 1 that I've got is probably more recent. I don't think it's like one of the older ones. I'm pretty sure they used to come in like 4 boxes sometimes. Really old. Which makes me very... I don't really watch stuff, so there's... I don't watch, like, live TV. Mimi and I talk about this quite a bit. Like, neither one of us watches, like, live TV, so we don't watch, like, BBC, ITV, that sort of stuff. But what I watch a lot of the time is DVDs, like, physical... Put it in your fucking... I put it in the Xbox, I don't even have a DVD player. Like, put it in and just, like, plug in, watch kind of thing. and that's what I do for like entertainment. And it's what I will continue to do when I move because I am not fucking paying for a TV license. So, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so that's my life. It's gonna be interesting. Like, not. I don't know. I don't know how you set up a TV to have aerial TV anyway. Oh, this is a thing I discovered the other day. I know what, oh man, what is it called? It's the one where you would sometimes change the channel and it would come up static because it wasn't available anymore. But I used to have a TV that had, is it Agonal TV? I don't remember. What was the TV static called? Hang on, let me look it up. They want to licenseify Netflix too. Want to buy a analog? That's the one. Yeah, I had an analog TV for like majority of my childhood. I've talked a lot of times about the fact that I had VHS growing up. I didn't get into DVDs until like long after Blu-ray was a thing. So that's why I've like grown up with like mostly physical media. Physical media, I've always collected it. I've always had it. I've collected more now. Oh my god, you guys should see my DVD collection now. It's like a whole box full. It's ridiculous. But I had a like fish tank sized like not as in small fish tank, like a regular like big fish sized fish tank. Like this thing that's like huge like glass box TV, and it had analog on it. So I'm like, man, what the fuck? I'm like, like, if you don't know what analog is, it was like static, like, well, for most part, it was like, it was just a different way they like, I don't know, there's like different way they like send out it. Anyway, they want to license Netflix too. That I am questioning. You had 4 channels, yeah, basically that was it. Like, there wasn't many that stayed on analog, and I think they stopped in 2009. 2009 was when they turned off analog TV channels. So, licensing Netflix would be interesting. Like, what, you pay for like the year? Because like I could imagine that would save a lot of money. Because like Netflix subscription is like $9.99 a month, which is, I don't think my plan was, right, I was gonna have a TV and I was gonna have Netflix and Disney Plus, and those were the only 2 subscription services I was gonna bother with. But also Amazon Prime, because Amazon Prime comes with more than just like, it has more than just what do you call it? You're paying for more than just like Prime TV. You're paying for like free postage and shit like that stuff. So it's worth the money. But like Prime would be an obvious one, and then Netflix would be another one because I watch a lot on Netflix, and then Disney Plus, which I don't currently have. I don't have Prime either, but like I have access to it, but I don't have Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus on the TV downstairs with Prime as well, and Netflix. But the only one I have on the computer is Netflix. And so when I moved, I planned to get those 3. But I'm like, can I get away with like not paying like Netflix except when I want to watch it? Like, I'll pay for the month and then just cancel it. You can cancel at any time, can't you? So, I don't know. Seems like the smart thing to do. Disney Plus, however, is like not too expensive. And also it comes with a lot. And also I'm a bit of a freak when it comes to fucking Marvel, so that would be the pure reason I got fucking Disney Plus, because that's all I watch on Disney Plus is just Marvel stuff. Lol. TV license. Yeah, I got that, but like, in terms of what? Like, what would you be paying for? Like, because then they wouldn't be able to do like the subscription fee. It would be pointless. They've also spoken about an internet license. That like baffles me because we already pay for an internet license. That's crazy. They can't do that. It's like you'd be paying for internet access with your Wi-Fi. Why the fuck would you need to pay an internet license as well? Be so dumb. I'd hate that because then it would be like you're paying basically to watch like Twitch and stuff, and I would feel so bad about that. YouTube, I think, is probably going to end up going down that route anyway, because realistically, I think most of us can hold our hands up and admit to the fact that we probably use an ad blocker at some point. I don't think it's, shock horror. I don't think many people like to watch, like, I think the reason the internet seems to forget, like, the reason we watch, like, YouTube and Twitch and, like, subscription service, like, platforms, right? The reason we watch that is because we don't want to sit through like 15 ads before, like, in the middle of a TV show or a film we're watching, you know? And places seem to forget that. And what baffles me is when you pay for things, they don't take the ads off it. That's the thing that gets me. I'm like, I understand with internet, like, websites and stuff, that's why they have ads. But, like, things like Amazon Prime, like, Prime TV, if you watch Prime, like, films or anything, they make you watch an ad. Which I'm like, why? I'm already paying for it. It's so dumb. That's why I like Disney Plus doesn't seem to do that unless it's for their own stuff. I don't know. Would be done by the BBC, so you'd pay Netflix Plus license, but because BBC is greedy. Yeah, the BBC is like really not really like the BBC is like, it's political to even have this discussion on here, but like the BBC is not good. Like, I don't think anyone agrees that it's good. The only good thing that came out of the BBC was like back in the day with like the Merlin TV series, the Atlantis TV series, because I did watch that, and the fucking obvious Go Doctor Who, right? That's the only good things that's ever come out of the BBC. And I don't feel any shame to say that. Nothing good has come from the BBC. So, but yeah, still do. I have opinions on the BBC I shall not air here. Yeah, because unfortunately, I think this is another thing, is that we can't even talk about it because it's political. Like, obviously, I have the freedom to talk about political views and stuff, but like, I would be a hypocrite too because I say very clearly I don't want any political talk on my chat, but I don't think anyone agrees that the BBC is a good thing. Like, I think most people of any political value can all attest to the fact that the BBC kind of fucked up in the last few years and their dirty laundry has been aired quite heavily, and they don't seem to like realize how much shit they're in. And I think they're just trying to squeeze as much as they can out of the general populace now. But this is what physical media is for, like, because I will never have to, if I never wanted to watch, like, satellite TV, I don't have to. I've got, like, 1,000,001 DVDs I can watch. It's great. What is that noise? Why is it getting closer? I don't think they'll come out in this weather. Aww. Watch out, they'll licensify your DVD collection. The thing with the BBC is they're not going to be able to get away with licensing Netflix. Like, they won't. It just won't happen. Like, it's just not going to happen. It will become a bit of a dictatorship, and it will have a lot of backlash on it if they do that. And I think that it will just have a lot of indications that we're just not. They won't go well. So. Wait, it's fully built now. Let's go. Okay, we can get some pigs then. Well, hey. I think I need to also maybe consider getting another rabbit. But I'm gonna run out of, like, hay if I do that. That's the problem. But yeah, no, I dread, like, how much is getting licensified. What I find interesting is that most places seem to have kind of like dropped out of the TV licensing kind of scam, because let's face it, it's a scam. Which is why it's so insane that it still costs so much now, because if you don't know what a TV license is, I don't know if they have it in other countries. Basically, in the UK, we have to pay a certain fee every year for the year, and it's something like 120 odd quid. It's pretty expensive. I don't know, because I've never paid it, because I live in a house where other people pay it. But like the TV license it's in the hundreds of pounds, right, for the year, and you are only paying for the BBC and I think Channel 4 Live now. I'm not 100% sure. It's either Channel 4 or ITV. It's one of those two. So you're paying for the BBC and that live TV. So what that means is basically is that someone will come to your door if you don't pay it and harass you if you don't pay it. I wish I was kidding. This is a real thing that happens. They're quite wrong for it. Most people in the UK pay it. A lot of people have started not, especially my generation and Mimi's generation have stopped paying it because you can technically not pay for it. They won't turn it off, which is the weird thing. Like, it's like if you accidentally access the channel, technically you're using it and they can fine you for it, but they won't turn it off, I think, if you deny having it. So you basically can't ever plug your TV into the satellite, right? So it's already a problem. The other thing is they try and police internet usage, and the government website quite clearly states that it does not affect, like, watching stuff on YouTube and stuff, but the TV licensing website says that it does. The reason this is because the BBC does broadcast their live TV to YouTube. So they try and police it if you watch YouTube, and it's just their way of getting around, like, people still have to pay for the TV license, but the government website states that you do have to pay for it, but you don't have to pay for it if you don't use it. So the short answer is just don't look up anything to do with the BBC, because someone has to pay for it. The reason that we have to pay for it is because the BBC comes without ads. Logically, it should be paid for by your taxes, kind of thing, I think. But, like, realistically, they try to get around it because well, they're greedy and they are very politically charged. They kind of try and stay this, like, they're not, like, in cahoots with the government and stuff, but they are. And that's not a conspiracy theory or anything. It's been proven multiple times. They've been behind many controversies, and there's a lot of stuff that we could say about it. I'm not educated enough to talk about it, really. A lot of this is my opinion, but, like, some of it is, like, pretty well-educated opinion. The issue with the BBC is that they force you to pay for this TV license, basically, and they will send very nasty people around to basically harass you. And they try to force their way into your home and to see if you've got a TV, which is ridiculous because most people have a TV. Most people don't necessarily have their TV attached to an aerial to watch live TV. So it's pointless anyway. if you're living in the UK and this happens, you do not have to let them in the house. It is not a legal requirement for them to come in. You are fully within your right to ignore them. They, you know, you need to sign a waiver, basically. I think it's on the government website, saying that you don't need a TV license, and you do have to sign for that. If they catch you using it anyway, they will fine you. But there's not really any way to prove it from what I can tell. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't always matter if you sign this waiver or not. Sometimes they will still come round and knock on your door. And it's just wrong. But, yeah. Jeez. They demanded to look at your TV. Yep. Who the fuck watches BBC on YouTube when you could watch VTubers? Exactly. Like, why the fuck would I sit and spend my time watching the BBC on YouTube? I don't know. We won't mention the sheer number of child likers to come from the BBC. Yeah, we won't, because that's a not safe for work topic that probably shouldn't come on Twitch. But basically, like, you can find out all the like controversies from the BBC. They're not great. This sounds so dumb. It does, but it's real. It's real, and it's really bad. Like, it sounds like, because I know that a lot of things, like, online, like, make stuff up about, like, oh, you get fined in the UK for not doing this, that, and oftentimes it's a joke. This is not something that people are joking about. This really happens. Sometimes you see, like, people make really extreme videos online. I can't, like, speak to how real those are or not about the TV license people, because people have reported how aggressive they are. It is a real thing. It is a real thing. It's a real problem. There's a lot of petitions online trying to fight for the right to not have to pay for the TV license. We shouldn't be made to pay for it, especially because not all of us can access the TV and stuff. It's just sort of insane. But they will try and insist that if you have access to a computer or a TV, that you must pay for a TV license. You don't, because your TV, my computer isn't necessarily going to have access to the BBC Live. I can look it up. It's not my fault if you've got nothing to stop me from looking it up if I don't pay a TV license. A lot of things can come from it, but basically, if anyone comes to your door in the UK and says, I need to see if you've got a TV, you can shut the door in their face. They can't force their way in. Sometimes I've seen that they do get the police involved, but they're not. Again, they are just there for a scare tactic. They're not actually allowed to force their way in, and the police know that. So just be really careful. Like, it is a real thing in the UK. It sounds so like, it sounds it sounds so bad, but like, it is real. Rebel, it would be like a stupid anime trope, dude. Straight up, it is literally like, it's just dumb and it's real. It's like, oh god, how much is that? Oh, I can't afford the pig. What the fuck? Why is the pig so expensive, bruh? I thought the rabbits were expensive, man. Oh my god, they are a hell of a jump, though. What the fuck? Oh, I guess it's the 3 stages, isn't it? But I can get a sheep now. I can get a sheep. Welcome, Maddie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Pig is a big commitment, is it? Is the pig a big commitment? Lives in the barn. I don't know. I've got to save for one. I need the truffles, unfortunately, for the community center. Oh my god, where's he going? Is he going to the... Is he going into marine? Oh. Well, maybe she should let him have his underwear bag. Money-wise. Are they? We know where he's going. Yes, sirree. Alright, I needed to do something actually in Marine's farm, didn't I? Oh my god. I'm not looking at my screen, sorry. Just gonna ignore the other little ones. Wait, can I get in here? Oh my god, I can! I forgot that was a thing. Ow! Get out of my way. I didn't know that was it there. Anyway. Feeling pretty smart right now. But yeah, so to give you the idea that when people online talk about the TV licensing people, most of the time, like 90% of the time, it's real what they're talking about. It does actually happen. And yes, it's as insane as it sounds. I don't know. Do people like? Does anyone in other countries have a similar thing? Did like people come round to your house and demand to see if your TV is connected to a satellite, so they can fine you? Because like that's a thing here. Wait, what? Oh yeah, Maddie, you missed it. We were talking about the TV licensing issue in the UK and how bullshit it is. Because if you didn't know, in the UK we have to pay for the right to watch live TV in the UK, and that's paying for the BBC. And most people of my generation and most people of Mimi's generation will not pay for it because it's pointless, because now it used back in the day when it had all the channels, because it would have like literally everything from like Channel 5 to like the BBC to like ITV, Dave, all that stuff, but most of them now don't require you to have a TV license to watch their channels, which makes having a TV complicated because the BBC still requires it. So we get people come to our house, even if we sign a form on the government website saying that we don't need a TV license or don't want a TV license. We get people come to our house physically, knock on the door and ask to come in and see if we have a TV. And it's usually older, like pensioners, like with a little clipboard, and they demand to come in, and you don't have to let them in because it's not legally required, and they're quite aggressive about it, and it doesn't, it's a bit scary because they can just put, yes, this person requires a TV license, and then you have not paid for one, so you get fined. And for a bit of context, it's about 100 and I need to look up how much it is because I keep saying how much it is. How much is a TV license? Okay, so a TV license in the UK costs £169.50 for the year. Wow, that's gone up. Or if you have a black and white TV, it's £57. So, you can pay the full amount at once or spread the cost by direct debit or debit card. That's not a joke, by the way. That is real. Wait, that's crazy. Oh, you were in a forest. Yeah, if you have the forest. I'm not sure if it's just a forest thing, but it's cool, right? Don't most of those companies stream online? Yeah, and they will still. This is why the people come around to your house, because they're like, even if you have a computer, if you don't have a TV, like if you let them in and you're like, oh, I don't have a TV, if they see you've got a computer, they can still fine you. Hypothetically, government official wise, no, they can't. It won't stand in court, from what I understand. But like, because the government website says something very different to what the TV licensing website says. is that no, you don't have to pay it if you have a computer. The reason they try to still fine you for having a computer is because, like Maddie said, yes, you can stream them online, but I've already said all this, so. They send people to your house and demand to look at your TV, and if you refuse, they can get the police to come. They can, but they can still get forced entry. I have questions. You can't watch YouTube Live, supposedly. This means they would need to look at your browser history. Is this not a breach of privacy? Yeah, it is. This is what I'm saying. Like, they can't legally do it. It's like, the thing that baffles me is that the government website literally says that you don't need it. And it's like, so the idea that they might try and breach your privacy like that, this is the problem, is it's a breach of privacy. They're not allowed to do it. I don't know. Who has a black and white TV? It's apparently still in the UK. It's still a thing people have for some reason. It's mostly old people. It is still a thing in the UK for some reason. It's not common at all. I feel like when companies charge any variation of 69 in their fee, they know they're being dicks. Yep. Fully agree. I'd let them in. I'd offer them tea. If they refuse tea, I would kick them out. If they accept the tea, I would show them my TV. Maybe you can't force tea on people. That's not how consent works. Has anyone seen that video? I saw something today talking about the UK, like, tea alarm, and I was like, I loved all the comments. I literally, like, I couldn't. If you're curious, look it up. UK tea alarm. Look it up. What? Oh my god, I remember that, bro. By the way, I'm still running around with no idea what I'm doing because I'm waiting for the ability to buy a pig. Oh, wow. If someone says they don't want tea, don't make them have tea. You wouldn't give tea to an unconscious person. We make fun of that video, but it is quite a good representation of consent. It's a very good video. You don't know, like, if you look up tea consent video, it's a good explanation. It's pretty self-explanatory. But tea, but yeah. Yeah, Mimi and I have a lot of weird conversations about, well, we used to have, like, long conversations about the TV license, you remember? Oh, look, it's 4:20 p.m. That's not a thing in the UK, by the way. Our, like, laws are so weird. They're, like, introducing a law on, like, how close to public places you can smoke and stuff, which I think is... Like, I get what they're going for, but it's a bit insane. I'm like, I don't think that's gonna go too well. But no, for me, in my future home, in the next few months, hopefully, I will hopefully, with any luck, not have a TV license. I talked to my roommate about it. It might not last. I might end up having to have one because I do watch an awful lot of Doctor Who, but I haven't watched any of the new stuff in recent years. There is, like, a conversation that needs to happen about that, but, like, TV license is extortionate. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, who the fuck? Like, I'm not paying £169 for the year for 2 fucking channels. I know that's about what you pay for like a subscription service, and that's like why it's so expensive, but it's like, why would I pay for a TV channel that I don't even watch? I don't consume the news and stuff. This isn't me being ignorant. I don't want to hear any comments about it. It's just because it's not something I already like spend my day, right, running after myself after I've like slept for like 12 hours at a time because I work night shifts. I don't have time to consume the news. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit down and like force myself to watch something that I'm not enjoying. That being said, I do keep up somewhat with the news just through work because I have to have the radio on for the 6 hours. It drives me up the wall. I hate listening to the radio because it's all ads. You get about 5 minutes of music at a time, and the music is the same stuff they played about 2 hours ago. I hate it, and it's all the same recycled garbage. Usually a variation of Ed Sheeran, Ariana Grande, Taylor Swift. I've listened to so many Taylor Swift tracks in my life. It's usually one of those lot, and then you might get lucky with some of the newer artists, but I'm so sick of some of the music that I hear on the radio. If I have to listen to like any more Taylor Swift, any more Ariana Grande, any more of the Espresso song, I'm going to kill that radio. I'm going to put a bullet through that radio. I don't have access to that, but I will destroy that radio. That radio is also like a default one because our company paid for it, and it's like a £200 radio. It's ridiculous, and I hate it. But because of that, they read the news on that quite a lot. We hear a lot about the news, and of course this is at 3 a.m. So we're the ones that hear about everything that happens in America at stupid o'clock in the morning. Yeah, good. When I'm standing at work by the tills, I get a lungful because you spark up going out the door. It's really not fun when you have a throat problem. Fairs, yeah. You spark up. I don't spark up. I've not, I have smoked a cigarette, actually. I don't smoke anymore. I vaped for quite some time. We've talked about that. I don't anymore. Because if you didn't know, it's becoming illegal in the UK to buy disposable vapes. So I gave up because I was spending so much money on it anyway. So I don't have access to it anymore. But at the same time, I'm I get it, but I just don't think it's gonna work. Yeah. Also, how are people gonna go on their smoke breaks if they can't smoke within a certain distance? I don't get it. I know the point of it is to stop people from it's to try and deter people from smoking, but it's this is a bit weird. It's a weird way to go around it, basically. I feel like getting the cops to come to your place about a TV license is such an abuse and misuse of their time. It's massively is, but this is the BBC we're talking about. Look up their controversies. This is nothing. Not you personally. Vaping is not good anyway. No, it wasn't good. It wasn't good for my health. I've got I'm not gonna lie, guys. I've been losing my voice a lot recently, and I'm is this from when I vaped during the time I was really ill at Christmas, and it almost destroyed me? Don't vape, guys. Don't ever take up smoking of any kind. Don't take up nicotine. It's not worth it. It's expensive. It's bad for you. It's a bad habit. Don't do it. Okay, so why do they get to go outside for 5 to 10 minutes when I gotta stay inside and pick up their slack? Yes, this. So, my workplace, in my current workplace, you can't go for a smoke break. You have to do it, between, quiet periods. You're not allowed to just stop your work and go and do it. When I worked at KFC, if you smoked, you got entitled to 15 minutes over a 8-hour shift in total to smoke. If you didn't smoke, you didn't get that. I'm this is bullshit. I'm so if I smoke, I get more freedom with smoking? What? It was insane. I remember at the time, because I didn't smoke at the time, and I was that's ridiculous. When I did smoke, I was that's still ridiculous. So it's not good. At IKEA, you weren't allowed smoke breaks, only allowed on your actual breaks because they basically said it's your own problem. That's good. But yeah, advice from 2 people who used to vape. Yeah, 2 people who used to vape, don't do it. Both me and Mina say it's not worth it. It's expensive, it's dangerous, it's a bad habit, basically. You also just, like, you're embarrassed because you know it's a bad habit, so it's not even enjoyable. Yep. But yeah, no, I wasn't, It also, as well, if you work in an environment where you aren't entitled to a break, so you smoke when you can, like I did, you run into days when you don't have that time to go out and smoke, and you just end up miserable for the rest of your shift, and it makes it go really slow, so it's just not worth it. Too many young people eating through a tube now because of it. You shouldn't be eating it, but yeah. No, I've talked about my vaping problem. I would go through a vape every 24 hours, like a disposable elf bar. I would go through one of those every 24 hours. Keep in mind they're like $5.99, so they were £6 ago. So I was paying £6 a day, worked out at about £40 a week, because it wasn't quite 24 hours. It would I would manage to extend it sometimes. It worked out about £40 a week, which adds up to quite a lot, because it's like £40 a week times 4. That's like £160 a month, something like that. It's a bit more. Just a vape. And now I have that money to blow on things that I don't need, so and I still feel like I'm not saving money. It's ridiculous. Man, if I still vaped right now, considering how much money I've had to like put into my savings pot this month to like make up for the fact that I've not done it the rest of the year, it's like, oh my god, I would not have been able to afford to keep vaping this month. So yeah. As in they've had serious health issues and nearly died now because they have feeding tubes. Yeah, like straight up, it's like they're not good for you. Like it's like I don't think I need to go into how bad they are for you. Just don't do it. As someone who did it, it was a rough year, okay? Like I'm not hard on myself for starting. I shouldn't have started, but it was that or start drinking. And, you know, one of those I could actually do at work. So I went for the one I could do at work. And it's like it just wasn't worth it. And realistically, it's like bad habits, don't do it. It's, you know, addiction's hard. There's so many better options. And before anyone says, oh, why didn't you go to therapy? Not an option. It's not an option. Not an option for me. But really what I should have done is contacted my doctor and gone on a higher dose of antidepressants, but I still haven't done that, so hopefully nothing else goes wrong this year. Hard drugs, straight up. That's something I don't talk about. I don't think I can talk about it on Twitch either. I've got like I don't have a drug addiction history, I will say that, but like I used to do, like in the UK nothing's legal here. So I've had I think we've all smoked the devil's lettuce at some point. No. But I did it maybe more than other people. So I'll leave that conversation as is. And yes, I live in the UK where it is illegal. It's considered a Class A drug here. I think. Oop, sorry. I hope I don't lose being there too. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, don't smoke anything, but like, yeah. I still need the rabbits for, oh my god, itchy armpits. I'm getting like stressed talking about this. I'm gonna stop. But yeah, not my proudest moments. No, never. Okay, no, never. Yeah, you think vaping's expensive? I've never purchased. Right. Fun fact, I watched an exchange the other night. I didn't do anything because we couldn't, because I was out with Paul. We couldn't prove that was what was happening, but we just saw like the weirdest thing, and we're like, what's going on over there? Like, we were in a car park and we're like, what the fuck is going on over there? Like, it's like seemed so random. And then we realized, like, oh shit, that was a drug exchange. It was like, oh, okay. Not really much we could do about it. Ironically, thinking, yeah, it was an interesting one. Listen, I don't know. We were quite far away, by the way. If you're wondering why I didn't call anyone, it's like, yeah. Page from Abigail's diary. Things I love. The smell of carved pumpkins, keeping an amethyst under my pillow, chocolate cake, the thrill of spicy eel, and the comfort of Mum's blackberry cobbler I like to eat. Cute. Maybe this isn't stuff I should talk about on the stream. Okay, forget I said anything. You heard nothing. I said nothing. You can't prove nothing. Oh. What crystals do you keep under your pillow, Jasper? I keep, well, a Jasper stone, obviously. Jasper, it's in the name. I have so many Jasper crystals. It's such a cool stone. That's why it's my name. And yes, it is after the stone, not after the Twilight character. I used to get that a lot when I first kind of said, like, I started going by Jasper. People were like, oh, what, do you like Twilight? And I'm like, I do, but it's not because of that. I was saying Jasper before I'd even watched Twilight. Oh, which level was the, like, ghost fish on? Why am I getting so many chests? What the fuck is going on? Right, we'll go to the mine, see if I can get a ghost fish. Yeah. I want to, like, this is one of the things that I want to do when I start, like, streaming. Like, I do stream. What am I talking about? When I start doing, like, something we've talked about is the fact that I want to get a second camera so I can start doing, like, more, like, hand streams. Still on the book, still planning that one. That one will still happen. The thing with it is that I'm currently just waiting for the space more than anything. But one of the things I want to do is I want to show my crystal collection because I got loads. Not very big ones, mind you. Don't think I'm gonna come in here with an entire like geode or anything. But like I got some nice ones. I was thinking the same. You are streaming. What are you on about? I know. I saw a job in my area the other day for tarot reader. It was like £20 an hour. I was like, fuck yeah, but it's commission based. But bruh, oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, like I have considered it, but like I don't know how much money it makes really. If I could work in like a general store for like anything like what do you call it, like not like naturalist, but like that whole like crystals or tarot or like any of that stuff, like the witchcraft stuff. If I could work in a witchcraft store, I would. It's so beautiful. I love I love going into them and just like smelling, and I'm just like, oh, I love it. I can do tarot readings. It's interesting. I also have tarot cards and I don't use them nearly as much as I used to. The reason just being is I start getting anxiety about it. So I just thought it's best just to put them down for now. So, but I also don't have space at the minute. Metaphysical, I think so. I just think they're interesting shops. I think it's cool. It would just be nice, like, getting kids and stuff come in and they're, like, super excited about, like, certain cards and stuff. And they're like, oh, like not cards, crystals and stuff, and you're just like, oh, this means this and this. Like, it would be nice to like inspire people about it, I guess. Is that it? No. This one? Maybe? With any luck, this will be... Start with Wicca. This is getting into the territory of religion. Just be careful, because yeah. I don't know how much I've talked about religious stuff, and I need to not, because I've stated it's not something I want to talk about. Oh, apparently Water Stones are selling a bunch of cool witchy stuff, including cat and dog tarot decks. There was a tarot deck that I really wanted like a long time ago that was a cat one. There was like a beautiful rabbit one I saw like a really long time ago that I really wanted, but it was like £200 or something. My oracle deck told me to get out the house and work on my anxiety. I laughed and told it to God damn. I didn't mean it religious. Oh, hang on. I didn't mean it as religious, just something to look at as it's somewhat witchy. Wicca is a religion. Just to give you the kind of heads up. Wicca's the religion, witchcraft is the practice. So you don't have to be a Wiccan to practice witchcraft, but in order to be a Wiccan, you have to practice witchcraft, that sort of thing. So just be aware that it is a religion. I'm just saying, like... But yeah, no, I get where you're going for. It's something to look into. But yeah. Do your research, people. And also don't hate on people. Because I've seen, like... Oh god, I watched a video today where, like, there was, like, a crusade on, like, a metaphysical store. It was horrible. Like, it's like, I understand it was, like, peaceful protesting, but it's like, oh man. Like, religion is so weird. But I don't want to talk about it anymore. Oh, I saw that. Yeah. I've only looked at it a little once. Yeah. Crunch, crunch. I got a rice cake, sorry. Wow! I never caught one of those before. I'm getting better at this fishing stuff. Wow, cool fish! There's a German witch lady I watch sometimes on YouTube, and her videos are so relaxing and atmospheric. I've watched so many different, like, witchcraft. I don't want to hear any, like, opinions on witchcraft, by the way. If you practice it, you're cool. If you don't, you're cool. That simple. Um. Cool. Bedtime. Dog. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. No. Can I pet my dog? No. Okay. Sat in front of the fridge for some reason. Hi, honey. Beddy times. What the fuck, Minecraft? We're burning the witches. No. So happy we don't live in those ages anymore. Yeah. Me too. However, that being said, what I was just talking about with those people protesting, they were literally enticing it. And if you want to like have your opinions on it, that's fine, keep it to yourself. But like they were singing songs about burning witches. I'm sorry. Like there's no way like you can get around that. It was ridiculous. It is like getting to that point where I think people are gonna start like we're gonna see stuff happening and I don't like it. It's upsetting. Again. Not a conversation. People get scary when pack mentality kicks in. Oh my god, passive aggressive. I hate it. I hate it too. I have to go into the clinic today. How do I make a smoker? Can we just like... mayonnaise machine. It's a campfire, isn't it? Oh, I can make one of those. Cool. Hmm. See about making a campfire. Look at all my artichokes! I have a smoker. I don't have one. It's like not coming up. Am I blind? I guess I don't do much cooking, so it might just not be something I've been able to... Hi, Saber Sensei. Good to see you. Luckily, there's no... Oh, wait. It's like the oil protests. I get it, but they are so overdoing it. I get what they're trying to say as well, but the way they're going about it is just destruction to property, and there's no reason for that. It's so disgusting. It's like, you're not doing, like, people are literally probably going, you're gonna put people off, you know? It's that thing. It's like, you're gonna put people off. It's like the pizza thing. I fully support what they're going for, but it's like, you are going to put people off your like organization. And it's like the idea that they're like, we don't care about that. It's like, you need charity funding to get your protest kind of off the ground, kind of thing, for one. So you want people to be on your side, but then on the other side, it's like, you're just gonna like get people hurt, you know? It's so dumb. It doesn't work, but you know, and we're kind of treading in controversial territory here, peeps, just giving the heads up. I never used it as it was given to me a few years ago, but I like to use it as I have an apple tree. I could do applewood smoke. Do you mean in real life, or do you mean like in fucking Stardew Valley? I'm so confused. Luckily, there's no stupid oil and other protest things here where I live. That's good. Also, hi. Don't even mention artichokes. I had my chest tattoo showing one day, and someone thought it was a damn artichoke. Bruh, feels bad. Saber Sensei redeemed drink to me. Thank you, Saber Sensei. I will drink to that. They're making you hate them and go against you instead of working with you. Yeah, it's that mindset. It's like, you're not going to succeed in doing this. You're going to get people in trouble. This is unfortunately as well. What disgusts me is in the UK, and this is getting into political territory, so I'll briefly mention this, and I don't really want to have a discussion about it, but it's like, it became illegal here to do destructive protesting. You can look at it however you want. You can say like, you know, like they didn't make protesting illegal. Protesting is still allowed. Or you can say like, no, they've made it completely illegal. You basically can't even do it anymore. I understand why they did it, because it was becoming problematic, but it's like, it's just a shame because people worked so hard to try and fight for the things that weren't getting fought for, and then the government basically just turned around and said you can't do it anymore. And it's such a thing in the UK. It's like becoming a bit of a problem how much the government's making legal kind of stand up and say like, I don't like this. But you know, there are petition websites as well. I would like to say that we have like the ability to petition for things quite easily, a petition against things, and I do it a lot. I go on the petition websites, I sign a lot of forms, so it's great. It's free as well. Yeah. Oh my god, real life. Sorry, Mimi. My father has one of those metal smokers. I've never heard of a smoker. Well, I got to go, gotta start my own stuff. Okay, Mina, have fun. Thank you for joining. I'm probably not gonna stream for much longer, to be honest, guys. I'm like, we're kind of not really getting anywhere with this, and I'm really sorry, but I want to try and get a pig by the end of the stream. I'm just sitting and talking more than anything, aren't I? Oh, man. God, I hope she pays good money for this. God, I fucking hope she pays good money for this. Oh my god, there's one down here. How many times have I missed that? Yeah. Wonder what the pig is farmed for. It's, it finds truffles. So, like, if you need to get truffles, which you need for the community center, you gotta get pigs. Right, I need to go and check on my animals. Not that I have any room to pick up any of their stuff, but we'll have to put the hound. And I look ridiculous, but whatever. Fuck! Oh! I almost killed my fucking pet then. Good lord. I can't pick up any of their shit. God damn it. Right, we might have to come back to this. I gotta put shit in the, like... I look insane. Chocolate truffles. I'm not a big fan of truffles, IRL. What? Why did I keep that one? Okay. Oh, we should be good. Right, take this stupid owl. Oh my god, you look so majestic. Stop. No, I don't. This is a lie. Oh, they're cuddling. It's so cute. Oh, I've got bad news, guys. Really bad news. If you guys know about Headbanger, the blackbird that used to come and visit my my kind of window and would knock on my window on stream. So I've seen him around. He is still alive. Before anyone panics. Unfortunately, though, so we think that his nest was in the hedge at the back of my house. This hedge belonged to my really problematic neighbor who I've talked about, like, their kids threw eggs at my house, and I got a very nasty message off them when I reported them to the police for it. They sold their house a long time ago, and I did talk about this on stream. The new owners, they had no fence on that side, and we didn't know. They've had to cut down the hedge, which we think is where Headbanger's nest was. We don't think they were brooding at this time. I don't think it's the right time of year for them to have nested quite yet. But unfortunately, their nest has kind of probably been destroyed, which is really shit. They're not supposed to, before anyone asked, no, they're not supposed to do it this time of year, but I don't think they knew. It's a shame. There have been a lot of blackbirds really upset about it. Like, it was chaos. Boo. Yeah, it is really sad. Oh no, poor Headbanger. Don't think there was an active nest. I don't think it wasn't the right time of year. Because usually when he bangs on my window, it's usually because he's nesting and he thinks that there's another blackbird threatening his kind of nests because he sees the reflection, and so he attacks it. He's attacking his reflection. He does not realize it. That's why we call him Headbanger, because he bangs his head into the window. So I haven't heard from him recently because he's not been banging on my window, so I don't think there was an active nest in there, so I don't think anyone has to panic about any chicks or anything. Obviously, I can't guarantee that, but realistically, like, his just regular nest is gone. But hopefully, because we have a lot of foliage at the back of my house, hopefully that's enough to kind of keep him around. Because, and obviously my neighbors also have foliage, so we're hoping they'll just move their nest somewhere else. Might mean it's quiet for a bit, but because we have so much food, like, we restock their food tray quite a lot because there's easy access to food here. I don't think they'll go very far. They're not idiots, you know. They are smart. They will stay wherever the food is. So, but it's just a shame that basically their house has been knocked down. It sucks. But yeah. To answer, that was only the other day though, so it's got nothing to do with you know, why I haven't heard from him recently. I did see him yesterday though, so he's still alive. No panicking. But we think there are also several headbangers, by the way. For anyone wondering, I don't think there's just one. There's quite a few, like, around the place. No, I'm not gonna bother refilling the ground because it's gonna be winter soon and there's no point. Right. That one can go. That one can go. That can go. That can go. I think that can go, but I'll double check. I'll make that one something else. That can go. That can go. That can go. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna just sell that one then. Okay. Hey, okay. Duck egg. Oh man, I'm getting a headache. Might be because I'm squinting quite a bit. I'd planned on doing stuff today, but Minoto has been sat on me since I got lunch, bruh. That's a no then, you're stuck there, aren't you? No things for you to do today. The cat has decided. The cat has spoken. The council has decided your fate. It is that you will not move for the foreseeable future. No. Yes. What was the other thing I had? Artichokes. Yes. No, okay. I'm doing them by stacks of 12, by the way, for anyone curious. Not that I think it really matters. Go to the miner guy. It is decided I'm in comfy bed. Oh, she just got up my back. Oh, bruh, she heard you talking smack. Yeah, but I just want to let people know. I know I know I've been slacking with the streams and stuff. I know everyone's like, you know, take a break. Like I've been back to back ill, right? I know you guys are being really patient with me, but I'm really sorry. But I promise, like, I have not forgotten, like, things. I've still got plans and stuff. Like, I've still got things I can do with streams, so I haven't forgotten. We've still got stuff, you know. Like, I got plans still and shit like that. It's just gonna take a little longer to do them. Hopefully I can afford to do it. I don't really utilize becoming friends with people in this game, do I? Mind you, I'm too busy building all this, aren't I? So there's that. Right, let's make this campfire, shall we? Because I'm not really sure what I gotta do with this. We'll get the wood. And wood, okay. I need 10 stone. I don't think these produce very much. Oh no. Oh, and I gotta go into the woods and get more fucking. Ah. Why did I agree to get Robin's stupid 80 fucking wood? I thought that maybe she might not be a bitch today and might actually like take what she can fucking get, which is that I've got literally all of it ready to go. But no, I have to wait like fucking a few days to collect it all by hand so she can have the freshest quality. Fucking done. Right, I got stuff I gotta get on with. Sorry to abandon you. That's okay. Have a good stream and the rest of the day. Bye bye. Bye bye, Mimi. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Sorry, I don't read messages very quick, do I? Feel bad, man. Oh, is it the day in which lady friend is here? Question mark. Ooh, no. Okay, interesting. Wasn't sure. Oh! Oh my god. Did I get out? What's going on? I know I've got the resources to make this stuff, but I literally cannot be bothered. Just rather go through the effort of collecting things. Okay. That should be enough. Putting in all this effort for you, little man. You better be fucking grateful. Cool. Let's see what it does. Whoa. So what do I do? How do I put the fish on the fire? Oh, okay. Doesn't work. How the fuck do I smoke a fish? Explain. How to smoke a fish. Stardew. Oh fuck, I need to go to Willie's shop. God damn it! I went through all this fucking effort for nothing! Man. Aw, oh, man, what the fuck? Fucking shit. Bruh. Right, whatever. Oh. Where's my dog sleeping outside? Hi, honey. Hi, honey. How was your day? My patients are still healthy, so it was a good day. That's good. Alright. Gonna do one more day, because I will probably get the fucking, I will no doubt get the fucking thing tomorrow. I'll admit the Spirits Eve festival usually gives me an intestinal pain, but I'll do my best to be brave. Ah. Yeah, Jasper, notice a chill in the air? It could just be the approach of winter, or maybe it could be the tingle of a dark spectre here to help us celebrate tomorrow's festival, the Spirits Eve. Come to town at 10 PM if you'd like to participate. Okay. Whoa. Jeez. Oh my god. Guys, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die. I don't think any of this is gonna grow in time. The sad truth. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go and double check on my animals. Because you have to do that. Oh. Get all this fucking shit done for Robin. He's so big now. Okay, off to Marine's place to get some fucking pigs. Hopefully she's home. I might cry if she's not. We did it, guys. Ready? What do we call him? I'm thinking Snuffles. Bite! Great, I'll send a little bike to a new home railway. Sorry, it's just the bike suggestion. Holy shit. Good lord. That really got me. Save some money. Lol, that was so funny. Bike. All the suggestions for names. Well, hey. Please say you've got something of use to me. Cranberry candy. Okay. Rhubarb seeds. I think I've got one. But we'll get it anyway. Juice. Okay. Pink cake. Have you? Thought the rare crow. The fez would be cool, and I don't need the portrait. Okay. The Mackie rolls, though, are what's throwing me off, because I'm not sure if I do need those. I don't think I do. No, I've already bought them. Okay. You are of no use to me, hen, I'm afraid. Oh my god. Hmm. Oh yeah, I did it! May as well do this one, may as well. So that means I got all of them. What? In good time, too. Cool. Alright, that's one task done. And now we'll go and see the pig as well. I'm excited! Let's go and see a little bike. Wow, it's cute. The bike seems a little curious, but a little cautious. She's getting used to you home. Aww. Wow, I didn't get any pumpkins last year. What the fuck? They just take that long to grow. Did I not realize? I wonder. Where do I keep the winter roots? Do I just not? Have I just not kept them? Okay. Just sleepy. Alright, we'll go to Willie's. Hopefully he's still open. Cool. Prehistoric vertebrae. Wow. Doing well. What? Cool! A dried starfish and it's an artifact. Oh my god, that's so cool. That's so cool. Are you kidding me? Wow. So what's this? Can I light this? No. Why is it so much money? Why? That's so shit. Good fucking lord. Alright, and the bait will just go in the pots. My god, that's so much money. I mean, I'll still pay it, but... mostly because I don't think the rabbit's foot thing is happening anytime soon. Shit. You know? Christ. But we got the pig! That's what counts, right? That's like my favorite color, if you didn't know, yellow and green. None of it. Okay. Thanks anyway. Oh yeah, Gunther. Gonna give him our starfish. Oh, what's her face? Robin? Robin. Cool. Jesus. We're making progress. I think that's what counts, is that we've got something that will produce truffles regularly anyway. The other issue is that we gotta figure out why the rabbit's foot stuff isn't happening. Because that, I don't know. Right, where am I doing this? Okay. Cool. Nice! What? That paid well. That paid well, broskies. This is great gift, thank you. I like Linus, I just wanted him to do well. Welcome, Nat. Well, no, you've already been there, but... No, redeem drink dummy, thank you, Nat. I will drink to that. I am working on some new redeems. I've got some ideas, it's just a case of, like, getting around to it. Alright, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that I'll keep. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Yeah, baby. Hopefully I can get this one as well. I don't know. God, why is it so dark in my house? What the fuck? Turn the fucking lights on. Oh no, I do have one. Okay. Cool. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Why is he hanging around here? You look a little soggy, dear. That's just you, my love. Hey, let's go. Why don't you warm yourself by the fire? Okay, I will. First, give me a smooch. Oh. I almost gifted that to him. That could have ended badly. Oh, I see a glimmer within my scrying orb, a shard of knowledge from the future. The spirits are in good humor today. I think you'll have a little extra luck. What's the forecast for tomorrow? It's going to be clear and sunny tomorrow. Perfect weather for prosperity. The event will take part in 11 p.m. and 11:50 p.m. Don't be late. Okay. And with that, it is Buddy Buys so that I can stop streaming. Ship 300 of one crop. What did I ship? Wait. Maybe the wheat? Probably the wheat, isn't it? Lol, okay. Cute. I got an achievement, if anyone was wondering. Alright, with that. Yeah, monoculture. I will leave it at that. So yeah, not great news today. I'm sorry that it was kind of not the best news to come back to, was that, you know, I've had to give up on the house buying thing, like, officially now. It's a shame, but, you know, that's life. And, you know, I'll keep working. I'll keep you guys posted about the whole rental situation. Hopefully I can get a solution soon and we can kind of start getting on with improving the streams for that and stuff. So yeah, I'm hopeful. Your girl is hopeful. Your girl is hopeful. I'm always hopeful, and that's what counts, right? So yeah. I know I talked about doing a collab with Mina at some point. It's gonna be next week if we do it. It won't be this week because I got plans this week because your girl didn't do it last week. Because if you missed it, I wasn't here on Thursday. Obviously Thursday's stream ended up being cancelled because I was just too tired and everyone in my house was sick and home, so they were making a lot of noise. It was just pointless. Not gonna happen again. Well, it will happen again. I just don't want to stream with them here. So yeah, so hopefully once I move that won't be so much of a problem. I think there will still be days where I have to cancel just due to like home life situations, like things happening on certain days. These things happen, you know. I try and give you guys advance notice, but it's just not possible. I think it just impacts me more because I only stream twice a week at the minute. So yeah, I don't know how much that's going to change, by the way. I don't know if I want to do more stream days. It's just gonna be it's gonna be a rough one working around my situation. It's gonna be rough as it is with the Monday streams when I move. But yeah, that will come, the explanation for that will come with time. So yes, anyway, with that guys, I'm probably gonna end it there. Give me 2 seconds. I just want to see who's online. Who do we raid? Because we've raided, like, we raid Mina every week, and I still want to raid Mina, but we've been streaming for so long that Maddie's online. Co-working and studying, I'm not sure. Who do we raid? Who do we raid? I don't know. God, this is terrible. Why do we always end up in this situation? Do I do it to a vote, or will you guys not vote? I don't want to vote. I'm not sure because the Urigal is not doing a Samara. Maybe we don't get to raid Maddie very often, so I'll raid Maddie if that's okay, guys. Hopefully that's fine with you lot. Oh yeah. Anyway, I will see you on Thursday. We'll be playing a game that I was gifted. I'm very excited, and I will see you then. Be nice to Maddie for me, and I will see you very soon.